Hey everyone, this is the one of the word problems, number 13, and I know that this is so much writing. They call this dense writing in education, high schools and college, because there's a lot there, and every single word in every single sentence carries a lot of weight to it. It's not like reading Harry Potter, where you can just, or whatever you read for fun. Nope, it's right. Like reading a biology textbook, you have to read it again and again and again and slowly and slowly. That's why I like to put this up. So the question is how many grams? I should go through the flow chart. I'll do that next. Step A is what is the given? And there it is. That's how much the patient weighs, 220 pounds. That's step A. And look where we're going to put that. Oops, I broke my own steps. I put 220 there. My steps say put the given information there, 220. That's too bad. But you can see that honestly, it doesn't matter what you start with. It really truly doesn't. But let's go through this like we started out with the rate. I'm so sorry about that. But, we learned something else. I don't know. So they want to know how many grams must be given to the patient. So how many grams? So if you're a nurse, the doctor would say, nurse, how many grams are we going to give? That's what we want to find out. And that's really one of the first two steps. And look at, if you disregard all this, we have equals, look, grams of medicine. So I write my equal sign, and then I write the units of the answer. And then I write step A, then the first number I'm going to start with, which it doesn't matter which one you start with, honestly. So step A is start with a number, and it doesn't matter which one. And then we end with the units of the answer. Now, I think this is interesting the way I started, because notice that milligrams, which is a unit of mass, or, some people say that it's weight. It's really called mass. But notice this is a unit of mass, milligrams. And look, this is a unit of mass, grams. So they're both units of mass, how much something weighs. Now, if we would have started with the 220, you wouldn't have to worry about this is grams or milligrams, and this is grams. But that's another really good way to start it, is the word here, grams, and the word grams there need to match. And this is milligrams, so we can take care of that. So I started with one of these, and in my explanations, it's the same thing I just said. Since milligrams and grams are both units in the metric system for mass, choose this one. Grams is in the top, or milligrams. And then of medicine, this is milligrams of medicine. So this is confusing. I realize it. So if this makes sense about how I started with milligrams over here, because grams is in the answer and it's both grams of medicine, go with it. If you'd rather start with the one thing that's given in the problem, the 220, see up here in the problem, only one thing is actually given, 220. You could start the problem with the 220, and then you don't have to worry about the grams canceling out. It just magically does it. But, so, sorry to go moving around so fast. These are the other conversion factors you'll use. And I mentioned in the last video, in the problem, they're not going to give you milligrams to grams. I did mention in class they give you every single thing, but they don't give you this one. I'm so sorry about overlooking that one. you're usually going to have to use one of these, 1 gram in 1,000 milligram. Almost every single problem is going to have one of these. And look, I switched it. Put the 1,000 on top, put the 1,000 on bottom. Now, in this one, I think in this problem, see, here's a given. They give you this information, 2.2 pounds in 1 kilogram. So I like to write them out in boxes, so it's really obvious to me, 2.2 pounds in 1 kilogram, or flip it. So I know I'm going to use one of these, and I'm going to use one of these. And here's the other given is 60 milligrams of medication per kilogram of weight of the person. So this is 60 milligrams of medicine per 1 kilogram weight of the person. This is a tough one. It is. It truly is. So what I suggest if you're struggling with these is just memorize how to do this. Watch this video several times. Put this piece of paper on your fridge so you read it constantly, and then work this problem out a couple of times a day by not looking at this, but work this problem out several times a day until you've memorized how to do this exact problem, because this exact problem will most likely be on the test. That number will be a little bit different. That 60 will be a little bit different. But if you just memorize how to do this one, you should be okay. So here is where I am lining up all my units so that they cancel. And I think I did a decent job here of explaining why I chose this unit, 1 kilogram over 2.2 pounds, instead of flipping it. I think I did a pretty good job here. And notice it's so kilograms on the bottom, kilograms of weight, cancels kilograms of weight on the top. Look at that. And then look, milligrams of medicine. See milligrams of medicine on the bottom? I put milligrams of medicine on the bottom. So this one can cancel this one. And that's what you can do with these problems. You can cancel this one over here. You can skip one and then cancel this over here. It doesn't matter how you line these up. It matters. It doesn't matter at all. That's called the commutative property of multiplication. So you might get asked that on the test. This is a great example of commutative property. I could have started with this. I could have started with this or this or this. Doesn't matter because it's all multiplication. And then why did I put pounds on the top here? And why not pounds on the bottom? I do believe there, I explain it why. But no, look at that, pounds on the top. Look at that, pounds on the bottom. So we're really putting a puzzle together. So, and then read that, memorize that. And then here I'm showing how I'm canceling it. See the dashed is the dash, and see the straight line, see way over there, the straight line. And then the thick dash is that thick dash. Look at the only unit I have left is grams. And I set it up there. And then that's grams of medicine. What I like to do, one thing is I like to take all the numbers and put them over here without the words. Because if you don't do that, sometimes you'll miss it because when you cancel out, maybe you forget that number. So I never said this in class, but this is a great way to do this problem. You probably can't see the screen on my calculator, but it doesn't matter. So I'm doing 60 times 220 equals. It's 13,200. I don't have to write down 13,200. Nope. You just go press divided by 2.2, 2.2 equals, and then divided by 1,000 equals, and it's 6. This might be a brand new strategy. You might not trust it. So if you need to do 60 times 220 equals, write that number down, 2.2 times 1,000, write that, and then do whatever you need to do to get it right. But this one, I think I classified as a level 2. And to me, that is a problem that's like like a level 4 problem is just the hardest. And typically, the only people that are going to get that one right are the people that really, truly, really understand how to do those. But there's only one of those on the whole test, maybe. Well, there is one. This one's a level 2. Everybody should be able to do this one. That's why I put the levels on them. So memorize all these level 2 problems and be able to do them. There's a few level 3s. You want to be comfortable with that. But keep sending me the questions. I've had a bunch this week, and I've made a couple of videos. So keep it up, keep the studying up, and I'll post a couple more videos tomorrow. Thanks a bunch. Bye.